Hello, 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 hello. Talk about awkward. It's Emily from Vintage Polka Dot Shop, and I have a quick Etsy share with you today. I got a couple little Christmas things made up, and I wanted to share them. And since these are loaded pockets, and I have to unload them in camera, and I have to unload them to photograph it, why not, do it at the same time? So let me just kind of shove those out of the way. Those would be a quickie. So I made 3 loaded pockets, and they're from paper bags I got several years ago at IKEA. So whoopsie. This is so when I photograph it, I can put an identifier. So this will be S. And then see, here's the back, kind of a matte paper. I love this stripe. So let's see how to start. I've never done this before. Okay, so first we have a little paper clip with a dangly Santa. And then we have a pocket in the front that just has this is from a printable. I'll put it below. So a snowman printed card and some tickets. And now these are going to vary. I'll do each one, but a little reproduction little gift tag made by Moda, but they're not old. They just look old. Okay. Oh wait, I guess I could just I have to take everything out. See, I'm just not thinking yet this morning. Okay, and then one of the playing cards I made for the journal. That, and I wonder if I can remember where all this stuff was. Well, does it matter? Probably not. And then a tag made from a masterboard. I got that. And then a printable that I sewed around. Another tag. And then one of my Polaroids where I took an old Polaroid and cut out a picture from a book to give it that authentic look. And I will say these labels, I think my husband's right. We were talking about it. I think I need to press them under heavy books before I stick them, because it says it's been cured for so long. That's what it wants to do. But if you just press down, glue will not work. I will tell you now. I've tried that in the past. Oh, it's so stuffed. I gotta do this. Okay, and another tag. I love this one, made from scraps and a masterboard and washi tape. And KB and Friends telegram, and I printed, this is printed on the back, and this is fun. Christmas card list index card. There we go. Comes out much easier now because it's got some bulk. So another image from the Reminisce book. Oh, I should have grabbed, well, hold on a second. Focus, Emily, focus. And then in here I put a bunch of vintage, oh dear, seals. Now I won't open up the rest when I do this because I did find 3 of each. So each pocket has the same vintage seals. And when I use these, I just glue them. I don't even get them wet. I don't know how well they would work if you got them wet and did it, but gosh, it's just easier to glue it sometimes. And this is made, well, I think there's a new reprint of this, but this envelope is made from an old Tim Holtz die that was the bigs, the thick ones. But anyway, so there's that. And we take this off. And wait, it's got to be stuffed. So each one has a journal. They're super, super plain and simple. These are the kind I make when I put them in a journal. So we have a bottle cap with a printable in there, a vintage Christmas card. These are the ones that were in the scrapbook, so the backs were shot anyway. And then one of the printable Christmas label. And I did Tim Holtz paper, so it'd be double-sided, but there's no pockets. It's very simple paper. Just a very simple journal that you could put inside a journal, or you could embellish it and make it a little mini, less intimidating December daily, so to speak. And wait, there's more. And then I have these for sale in my shop. These Christmas gift envelopes for cash. I've actually sold them for people to give Christmas money in, but there's stuff inside. What's inside? Should we see? So we got a old little gift tag. I think this is from the 80s. I guess it's 80s or 90s, not that old. But some Easter seals with Santa. Another tag. And then these will vary, but each envelope has 3 little fussy cut images. So I probably won't open the envelope either on this one. We don't want this video to be too long. And then, what else we got? And then we got a vintage Christmas card that hasn't been used. I love that. So fun, that little pink and red together. And then a flash card that's green. And a little bag. I think these are the last of these bags that I have. But it's hard to say because I don't always put stuff away in the same spot. So in here, I made, like I had in my journals, one of these large slides. And then the Tim Holtz, like the ribbons. And then a picture from, or ribbons from the book that one of the books I've been using. And an old coaster. And a sticker and a mailing label. These were already a little curled, but I think when you stick them down, it'll be fine. Fun for collage. And then everybody gets a picture wheel. These are not that old. They're from like the late 90s, early 2000s, and they all have like Disney or the Wiggles. But one thought I had with this, I like to use these as tuck spots, like, oops, on the page like this. But I had a thought, if you're doing, it might be fun, and maybe I've done this before. Okay, so they have the little holes here. So you could punch out these, and then you could have it stick out past the page a little bit, like that. And then you could have like a dangle or charms or something like that and still use it as a tuck spot. I don't know, just a thought. And I did both sides, so you could do whatever one you want. And I'm sure there's a lot of other creative items or, ways you can use them. And I would love to see. So, okay. Oh, wait, the Christmas card doesn't go there. The flash card doesn't go there. Just these. All right. So, let me put this real quick in the bag. So, all the things that go together are still together when I photograph. So, how are you guys? This will probably be, I think this will be the last Christmas for the year, but I will be stocking my store this week as much as I can get done. Okay, so there's that one. Then we have this one, which I'll try to move faster. Now you've got an idea of what's in each one. So this one will be X, and it has the little reindeer, and of course the tickets, and the tag, and the tickets. And here's its card, greeting card, or playing card, I mean. And it's Polaroid. And the tags. I love this one. This one's my favorite. And then I use gold stars like the teachers give you. And then, as I said, I won't open this one because it has the same labels. Oh, and it says Dear Santa. And this tag. And this Keeping Friends telegram. And then the card you're familiar with, and this is the Dingle Dangle bookmark, and here's the front of this journal. And as you can see, this one got a lot of glue on it from the scrapbook, just so you know. Just want to be up front. It doesn't bother me, but some people it might bother, so you want to know what you're getting. And then the inside paper looks like that. And oh, I said I wasn't going to show. Well, here's a little peek. Or did I say? I don't know. But they're pretty much the same. It's just that some of these cutouts are different. And no, I think those are the same. Okay, so there's that. And then, of course, you're familiar with these two things. And the this is the slide. Oh, and it says it had number. I did the 25. And here's the picture wheel. So there's that. And these are kind of the same. So that one was a little faster. Was it too fast? Let me know. I like that kind of feedback because when you're doing something like this, you don't, like you're in your own head. So if something's too fast or too slow, oh, went right back in the pocket. Oh, you can't see it, but look. It's kind of I don't know, constructive criticism, not mean criticism, but things that can make the, oh, I cannot get these back in here, the quality of the video a little better. Like when I did my first craft room tour, now there was nothing I could do about it. I don't own a gimbal or anything, but a couple of people were like, oh, you're making me seasick. So I try to go a little slower and hold the phone a little more steady, but I will say there's certain things you can only, you can only get so far with the tools you have. And since I'm not like a vlogger or anything like that, I'm not going to go invest in a lot of expensive stuff. I'm not going to lie, though. I did look up gimbals for the phones. Okay, this one's N. And this is the printable for that. And then this is the tag. And, of course, the tickets you're familiar with. And here's the card. Tag. Polaroid. Wow, so slow. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so when it's full, take out everything else and then this. So here's that tag. When I say this, I mean that. Sorry, the envelope, because I stuffed it. And then, of course, you're familiar with that. And then that's the Santa. And that's the front, can you see it, of the envelope. So we got, maybe it would be more efficient if, before I dive into the inside, if I put these in here first. I mean, I just need to keep it all together so I photograph the right items with the right pocket. Oh, I don't know if I really showed the front of each pocket. But, of course, there'll be photographs, too. So there's the bottle cap for that. And this Christmas card with the cute golden trumpet. And then the inside is polka dots. So there's that. Put that in the envelope. Or bag, I mean. And did I get it all? Yep. So flash card. That card. And then there's the cutouts for that. And wow, I've already been talking for 12 minutes. Doesn't feel like that long. And then there's the slide and the picture wheel. Picture wheel is probably really important because you only see one side in the photograph. Versus the others, they're not really two-sided items. Now, can I get it in here quickly? No, I cannot. And then the other thing I did was I made more of these. I've sold them. I think I sold some last year. I won't show them all to you. But I made little journaling cards. They're just on recycled postcards. So the backs are completely plain. I just glued an old book image, but there's 5 of these per thing. And I since you'll be able to, I'll try to get as close as I can in the photograph so you can see what each bottle cap looks like. Really fun to use in your journals. I love having stuff stick outside of my journals. Let me just show you one more. I don't know. How about this one? Just picking one at random. Well, not really at random. I skipped one and I did this one. I don't know how random it is. So there's the card. And then here are some of the images. So there you go. So there are 6 of, I thought there was 7, I think, packages. And if I can, I'm going to try to do all these in one listing. And you just pick the variation. And then last but not least are just like the flat bottle caps. And I used for the backing some of the more of those little telegrams. Okay. I won't put those, I don't think, in the photograph. So I guess that will be a surprise. Unless you get O. So I'll just show you. So you get, I think I did 7. Yeah, so you get 2 white background or 2 white bottle caps. You get 2 green, and these will all vary, so you'll have to look at the photographs. and then 2 red. And I even use these in those Christmas journals I just made too, like for a little collage. I wouldn't put a ton inside because they do have, you know, a little thickness, but I think 1 would be fine. And then of course on the outside of things, like on those cigar boxes I made. Oh wait, you haven't seen that video yet. Forthcoming. Shh, I didn't say anything. It's a secret. Anyway, so I do like to use these. And I made, so each one has 7. There we go. And I think there's, let's see, how many do? 8 maybe? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, counting. 6, 7, and 8. So that is my quick Etsy update. And I will probably, you'll probably be seeing another video from me on Monday about the cigar boxes, I think. And then, of course, probably Thanksgiving, I'm guessing. I'm not sure yet, but so I'll see you twice next week, you lucky duck, you. Have a good weekend. Bye.